Hi there, welcome to Coffee with Coastal Cheryl. I normally am doing home decor, but today, you guys, this is all about diamond art how-to. And you won't see a coffee in sight because I am afraid I'm going to spill my coffee on one of these and destroy them. You know, I think I'm really late to the game because I didn't even know what diamond art was like a month ago. I'm not kidding. My daughter Leanne invited us over one night and she said, "Do you want to do some diamond art with the kids?" And my first thought was, what's diamond art? And she says, "Oh, you just put these little beads on paper." And I'm like, "Okay, sure." I mean, honestly, it didn't appeal to me, but it was doing something with the grandkids and that's always fun. So she showed me, she had a package, I think there was like 6 or 9, and I'll be sure to link those below. But there was like several ones you could choose from. So she said, "Which one do you want to do?" And I'm like, "Oh, I want to do the butterfly." So I got this little butterfly, and this is with all the beads on it. And it had no beads on it. And then she said, "Okay, these are the beads you're going to use." And I'm like, "Well, how do I do this?" It seemed really complicated at the time. It's like, you couldn't find an easier craft than this. I mean, seriously, it doesn't get any easier than this. Anyway, she showed me how to do it, and I will be showing you how to do that in just a minute. But this was the finished result. And I'm telling you, I fell in love. I've done a lot of crafts over the years. I mean, macrame, I've done the Afghans. I mean, lots of different crafts over the years. Cross stitch, that's probably reminds me the most of this. But there hasn't ever been a craft, maybe macrame, I really kind of threw myself into that, but that I was so excited about so quickly. I mean, literally, I just learned about these like a little over a month ago, and it was like as soon as I finished this little one, I was on Amazon, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, I have to order these and get more." So what I did is I ordered a kit like this, and again, it is linked below. I've got a 6-piece kit linked below and a 9-piece. Well, I ordered one, and then we invited our friends over, Mike and Jeannie. That's a large one. I'll get to that one in just a minute. We invited our friends over, Mike and Jeannie, and I said, I didn't tell them what we were going to do. I said, just come over. And I had these all, on the table, or the counter, and I'm like, "Go ahead, pick one." They each picked their one they wanted to do, and that's what we did. The guys, they were good sports. They weren't in love with it, but they were good sports. But Jeannie, my best friend, fell in love with it. She's like me. She was immediately addicted, and the next day was on Amazon buying the larger ones. I mean, it is so addictive. Addictive. It's so addictive and so fun, you guys, seriously. But all right, let me show you. See right there? What is diamond art? Let's just figure that out first. Again, if you already know, just hang in there and then I'll just show you some ones that you might want to buy for yourself. But if you don't know, this is what it is. You basically just get a canvas, and there's various sizes. This 12 by 16 is quite popular, but you get a canvas. It is covered over with a film, and then when you peel back the film, you reveal a sticky section, and that's where you apply the beads. And eventually, you have the entire canvas covered with beads. Now, if someone would have, said, "Hey, you want to do this?" and not just started with a little kid one, I would have went, "No, that does not look fun to me. It looks too complicated. It's just tedious. It looks tedious. No, thank you." But you guys, it's so fun. It's so relaxing. I love doing it like with friends, like my daughter Leanne and I get together and we both just work on our diamond art projects. Jeannie and I did this not too long ago, and she's like, "We need to get together once a week and do this." I mean, it's like, we like to go out to lunch. We didn't even do lunch that day. We just ate Lunchables and had iced coffee so we could sit and do the diamond art. It's that fun. Seriously, you guys. And again, there's the finished result. All right, now let's just go back to a little more how-to. All right, again, these are finished ones, but when you first go ahead to the next shot, honey. When you get that are the little sets, and again, you can get those, the perfect way to start out. Like if you have kids, do it with your kids and see if you enjoy it. Chances are, if you enjoy that, you'll like the larger ones. I did. I mean, I was hooked at one of those. All right, next. Okay, now when you get a kit, let me show you what's in it. And this is the thing, they're so affordable. They're anywhere from like $4.98 to $7.98, and you get everything you need. So this is what the kit, it comes like this. You basically get a piece of canvas. See, that's gonna be the lighthouse, and you can see the film on there. You can see how it's so shiny. I haven't peeled the film back yet. So you get the canvas. It has like a key on the number on the side to show you what to do, and more about that in a minute. And then you're going to get all of the beads. Look, all of the beads to do it. And every kit comes with one of these. It's a little tray that you're going to put the beads into and pick them up out of. The little pin, that little pink pin, sort of like a pin, then you pick it up from there, and then the little bit of wax that makes the end sticky. But you get the entire set. Whenever you get a Diamond Art kit, I mean, everything that you need to do is just right here. And again, I know that these sets, I'll have all of these linked below. I think they start at like $4.98, but they're so affordable. Well, let's see. Let's just go to the next one. What do we have next? That's hubby over there. He's my tech guy. We're going through the slides. Okay, now this is what I was talking about. Remember I said each one has a symbol on the side, a key? It's going to be 3 columns. The first column is just the number of colors, and like let's say you've got 38 colors, it'll be 1 through 38. That's all that is. The second column is the symbol you will find on the canvas that correlates to the numbers. Because let's say you've got like a number 10, like let's look at the 10. 1 and a 0 would take up too much space to put on here. So instead, they have a C. So you know the packet, which has a 10 on it, each of the package is going to have the number on it. You know that whenever you see a C, you're going to use a bead from packet 10. So it's real easy. It's like, I'll be in the middle of it and go, wait a minute, which one am I doing? You just look at the key. It's so easy. And then the third column, that's actually the universal numbers to, like across kits, like the number 150 is always going to be the same. You know, that's just a universal symbol. But if you're doing your first kit, you don't really have to pay much attention to that third column. All right, next. All right. Again, so there's that universal symbol. You'll see it right there. And what I did, I just wrote it in a marker just so you could see the 3845. But again, you're doing your first kit. I probably did 2 or 3 before I even realized what that was. I didn't understand what that was. Just concern yourself with the first 2 columns. Next. This is how you start. Now, you can do this in a variety of ways. I've seen people take a razor knife and actually cut out a little square, and then they start there. Now, personally, what I do is I just fold the film back. You don't want to take it all off. On these little ones, you can do that. You just pull it all off because it doesn't take you long to do these, and then you just leave it on there and finish your beads. But these, they take too long to do. I mean, it might take you 20 hours to do one of these, depending on, if you're trying to finish it quicker, if you're just relaxing and doing it like I'm doing it. So the easiest way I have found is I just pull the film back a little bit and I cut across with the scissors. Simple as that. Next. And then what you'll do is you'll put, let's say I'm going to do the symbol J. I will find the symbol and whatever bead packet goes with J, and then I'll just pour some of them into the tray. Now you give the tray a little shake because the beads are two-sided. One side is flat, and that's going to go flat against the canvas, but the other side is kind of rounded, sort of like the surface of a diamond. I think that's how they got the name. And that's what you want up. So you give that a little shake, and then the flat side is going to slide down, and see, you'll start getting rows. See, when you have a row, you know that those are the ones that are in place, the flat side's down, and you just start working from the row. And then once you get all those out, give it another little shake, and then more of them will fall back into the row. All right, next. And now you take that little pin I was telling you about, that little square of wax, it's going to have film on each side also. You just pull off each side, and you can just stick it like on a paper plate, a foam plate, whatever. That's what I do, and I just leave it on there because you could use it for several projects actually. And you just put the tiniest amount right there, that little pin, it's got a hollow tip. You put just a tiny amount, just so you can see just a little bit, and then now you're ready to pick up the beads. And you can probably pick up like 40 or 50 of the beads with that much wax before you have to go back and put a little bit more on. Next. All right, now you can see I'm picking up the bead, and then I like to start on the edge. You don't have to, but I just like to start on the edge and get a nice, straight row and then go down. But again, you don't have to do that. But look, you guys, it's that simple. You pick the beads up, you put it where it says that's J's. I'm covering all of the J's. Now, depending on which one you're doing, you might only have a little tiny area of J's and then move on to something else. This one in particular had a pretty large section of the J's, so you just go back and forth, and that's it. It's as simple as that. And some of them look more complex. I know when I first got this one, which I will be talking about in a minute, I thought, oh, I bet that one's hard to do, but they're not. They're all the same level of difficulty, no matter what the picture depicted is. Like this barn, it's got more detail. If it was 3 circles, that's it, just a red circle, a green circle, a blue circle. The difficulty level will be the same as this one, which is flowers and butterflies, because all you're doing is putting the beads where it says to, like a paint by number, Like you could get a great big paint by number that was, has lots of numbers, but it's still not complex because all you're doing is putting the paint where the number is. Same thing with these beads. All right, next. Now this shows you a larger tray, which I'm going to show you. I will actually have this linked below. I bought a storage kit and it came with this tray. This tray is a game changer. Now you don't have to buy a storage kit to get it. I will have it linked below just by itself. I think it's a set of 3, or you can buy a storage kit and it comes with it. But this, you can see the difference. It's much larger, and it gives you a larger surface. And can you see all the rows? Because it's, I think, a larger surface and it's a harder plastic, when you give it a shake, these really go into the rows well, just very quickly. It's just much more pleasant to work out of. So I highly recommend the tray, but you don't have to, because again, every Diamond Art kit comes with this little tray, and I did like 3 or 4 of them before I ever had the larger tray. So I really didn't know what I was missing. So you can do them with this. Don't feel like you have to have larger tray, because you do not, but it does make it nicer. All right, next. All right, now this is a hint I would just wholeheartedly tell you, because I've made this mistake. When you shake the beads in, right, and then you start using them, have a Scotch tape close by and tape it shut right away, because you think you're careful, and then it's like you bump it and the beads go on the floor, under the couch, or worse yet, I've done this, spill all over the sticky part where you don't want them, and then you have to individually take all of them off. It's not a good thing. So tape the bag shut unless you're going to use one of the storage solutions that I'm going to show you. All right, next. All right, now this gives you an idea. This one's about 1/3 of the way done, and at that level, that's this one right here. And see the row? It's going to be just like that. All you're going to do is just have rows of beads. All down below, that I don't peel off the next bit of film until I have all the beads down below, and that's all you do. You fold it up, you cut, and you just keep applying beads. It's as simple as that, and it's just the best. Again, great for kids, great for getting together with your friends. I love doing, I try to get my husband into it. Like I said, with our friends, I said, did you have fun? Did you have fun? Imagining us doing Diamond Art every night. It's okay, but to each his own. I love it. All right, so next. Okay, now let me show you this one. Now this is one. It is halfway done. So this gives you an idea. When the top of them, and again, that's an actual photo of mine, so you can see, you know, the beads on the bottom. Again, this gives you an idea of how it looks when it's done, but some of them are better than others. This one's pretty good as far as giving you an idea of how it's going to look. But can you see the bottom ones? Look how pretty that is. Can you see how they glisten? I mean, just so pretty. A lot of people actually frame theirs when they're done. I don't know, I might, if I do, I'll probably do another YouTube just on, you know, maybe more advanced stuff. But this is just really beginner level. But this one's really, really, I think, a pretty one. And I love all of the blues. But again, this whole top level, not done, and the bottom level, it's done. All right, next, I just want to show you some that I have done just to give you a variety. Again, this is I think this was the first large one I did. I mean, isn't that pretty? It's like, you know, the big butterfly, and then it has the little butterflies around it. Such a pretty one. And I think this one, I mean, again, I know it was less than $6. It might have been $4.98, but whatever it is, it's so affordable. And again, like I said, everything you need to do will be in every kit. All right, and then next, these little cute pansies. That's an actual photo of this. And you can see how the beads, they cover every square inch of this. And again, that seems intimidating, but it's so easy. You just put it where it tells you. You just center it on the J, on the A, whatever the symbol is, and that's the end result. Honest, you guys, so easy. I mean, it just doesn't get any easier than that. All of them are easy. It's so fun. All right, next, probably my favorite. It's the one I showed you earlier. And look at that when it's done. And this is one, I mean, this, again, probably my favorite. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? When I first started doing it, you know, I just had folded up, you know, I started on the bottom, and I started doing it, and I thought, this looks weird. It just, you know, I started doing it, and I thought, do I even want to finish this one? I don't like the way it looks. So it can be hard to tell. I mean, don't give up. You know, I would say do, you know, at least that much before you just like, I don't like this. Because then it started coming out, which that's really, I like that too. It's almost like a little discovery. Like you have a general idea of what it's going to look like, but you know, I had no idea this would be this pretty. I mean, once you start doing it, it's just so pretty. And then here's another one that I just finished the other night, and I love this one too. Look at this. I mean, that is actually from Amazon. That's just a photo of like the art that inspires this one. But look at this. This is the final result. Is that gorgeous? Can you see that? Look at the detail. The bark is like multiple colors. The tree leaves, multiple colors. Look at the shade on the barn. I mean, this just makes me happy. I don't know why. It's just exactly like when I was a little kid and would go through the coloring books and I would get excited and like, oh, I want to color that one next. This is the same exact thing. I mean, it's kind of bad because it's like I've already got a stack of my next projects. Let me show you. Now this will give you an idea of how long it takes to finish one of these. See this one? That took 4 hours. So that will give you an idea of how long it takes to finish these. All right, but let's go right back to where we were. I'll show you the stack in just a minute. Let me go back to some of the tools you're going to need. Stacks coming. All right, remember the tray? I'm going to link this little tray. This tray, it's a game changer. You can get it in one of two ways. You can buy it outright. I'll have the link below. It comes a pack of 3. Let me look and see. I'll see if I can just find a single tray. I'll see if I can find that link. But I know you can buy it in a pack of 3, or you can buy it in a storage kit, which I'm going to show you those in just a minute. And mine literally came in the storage kit, and that's how I fell in love with this. I'm like, oh. And then I wanted to tell my daughter Leanne about it, so I wanted to make sure they sold them separately, and they do. But see the size difference? The size difference, this is a harder plastic, and also this has got a fabulous spout on it. See the spout? It's a long, narrow spout, so you can easily pour the beads back into the bags or into the little storage bottles, which I'll show you. This doesn't really have that. I mean, you can do it. It's a little harder, but again, you can. I did my first 3 or 4 with one of these, but this is so much better, I have to say. Look there, again, remember the green one when I shook it, you could see, like, I think there was like 1 row. Look at that one. I mean, there's like, 6 or 8 rows. It just, the beads just fall into line because they have more surface to bounce around and fall into place. And it just makes it so much easier, you guys. So I really highly recommend these. If you're just going to buy one kit and try it, forget it. But if you find that you really do like doing it, I would really advise you to get a large kit or large tray, and they're not expensive. And I will see if I can find one below. I know they sell in sets of 3, but I'll see if I can find one, and if I can't, I will link it below. But they're inexpensive. All right, next. When I started doing mine, I wanted to have my stuff spread out and be able to access it. And, the kitchen counter was easy, right? So that's where I started to do them. Well, then I realized I'm really good at spending a lot of time doing this. And I want to watch TV while hubby's watching TV. So I thought, I want to figure out a way I can do these in the living room while he is watching TV. Well, one of the problems you're going to find there, especially if you're, it's at night and you're watching a movie and you like the living room a little darker like we do, is lighting. So I bought this. You guys, this is the best lamp. It's a desk lamp, which, it's just the best desk lamp. It's not just made for Diamond Art. It's a desk lamp. But look, it's gooseneck, and look, it's like completely bendable, LED. It has 4 settings, so 4 different levels of brightness, and you can actually twist it this way also. So if you're working on the Diamond Art and you're having a hard time seeing one of them, you can just tilt that down or increase the brightness. It's so nice. And then hubby's over there watching a movie or whatever. I'm watching with him, but it's not going to bother him. It's not going to interfere. The first night I was trying to do these in the living room, I had all of the overhead lights on. I'm like, would you mind if I left the lights on tonight? It's like all of them, and it's, not so great for watching TV. So I thought, I need a little light. And I love this one. Not just for Diamond Art. If you're looking for a great desk lamp, or you could even put this beside the bed, like if you want to read, like if you read real books in bed, this would be fabulous for that too, because it, again, it extends over. I put it like on the table beside my couch, or just even on the couch arm, and I love it for that. And then the next thing that I did not have to buy because I already had one, but I'm going to show you a brand new one. And that is because this is a brand new one, never opened. You can see it's still got Saran wrap on it. I bought this for my daughter, Leanne. She's the one who told me about the Diamond Art, and we're both addicted. My daughter Scarlett doesn't like it at all. It's funny. But she got me addicted, and she just had a birthday. And I actually bought her one of these storage kits I'm going to show you. I bought this cutting board, and I bought the light. And I, bought all of those for her birthday. Now, this tray I've had forever. I mean, I know 10 years, maybe 15. I've had it forever. See, it's just thin, lightweight, probably, I don't know, acrylic? I don't know, some sort of plastic. It's just a plastic tray, handy little handle. But I have used this forever for my laptop. I like to work on the couch. I work on the couch with my feet up. I like that. I have a gorgeous desk I never use. My husband uses it more than I do. So I put this, and then I put the laptop on there because I hate the way a laptop feels on my legs. It's hot. I don't like it. So I've always used this. I mean, when I travel, I slip this right inside the suitcase. And when I get to the hotel, I pull this out, and you can do the laptop. I mean, if you like to do like, like puzzles, you could do them on here. I mean, like, like the crossword puzzles. I'm trying to think what they're called. Like you could, put this on your lap. It's just like a great hard surface. If you want to color in a coloring book, again, this is fabulous for that, and you can do it in the living room. Just sit, put your coloring book right here, your markers or colors beside you, and it's just fabulous. So when I was thinking, I want to do this in the living room, I thought, oh my gosh, this is perfect. And another thing great about this, whether you're using it in the kitchen or the living room, is you can just spin it around. You just easily spin, instead of spinning this, you just spin the board and, upside down, whatever. It makes it easier to get at the angle. And you can also, it makes it easy to travel. I literally put this on the board and then I put it in a box for travel. I've got a box that I bought my grandkids' Legos out of, and it's big enough to fit, and I just put it in there and take it away. And then when I go to Leanne's house, I can sit down on her couch and I'm already ready to work. I know it's getting a little crazy. I'm telling you. All right, and next, this I love this. It's the storage case. And again, you don't have to have this. When I started doing this, I would get all the little beads, and this is exactly what I did. I would put them in a plate, all the bags, and then I would come to, okay, I need the bag 25, and then I'm looking through here, and which one was 25? So after a while, that got old, and I thought, gosh, there got to be a better way to do this. So then I laid all of my bags out like in order on a cushion next to me, and I'm like, no. And then I tried a big tray, and it's like, no, that's not working. I thought, I wonder if there's a storage kit for Diamond Art. Duh. I mean, I'm late to the game, guys. There's everything for Diamond Art. But look at this one. This is a game changer. And again, if you're not going to be doing multiple projects, whatever, you don't need this. But if you want to make your life easy, oh my gosh. Now, what I do is I open up the Diamond Art, and remember all of these, like this is again, this is just one kit. You've got all of these. I open them up and I pour them into the jars. And then remember the numbers. Can you go to the next one, honey? See the little stickers? Those come with the kit. As does, by the way, one of these white trays. That's how I learned about the white tray. It comes with these storage kits. Okay, see right there? The third column, that's the universal number. That's the number I put on these, because I have learned from brand to brand, the symbols obviously are going to change, but the universal number is the same. See, like that's 3845. Like, this, let's see, I'm trying to think. These are actually the same company, but let's pretend this is company A, this is company B. Now, if I see one that says 3845, I know it's going to be that color, that exact color. Just like, like cross-stitch thread has universal numbers, this is the same way. That way, if you're doing projects or you start doing original projects, you'll know exactly the color you're getting. Like if you want to order, 10 bottles of 3845, you can do that. So, but just for my purposes, what I do is I'll open them and put the third column number on here in each of these, and then I put them in order, so just to make it easier than when I'm working. And then it just makes life great. You just pull this out, you open up, you put it on your tray, you put it back in, you use the beads on the tray. And then again, because you've got this great spout, you can just put that in there, dump them back in, and you don't spill them. Because inevitably, if you start doing this, you're going to spill them on the floor, they're going to end up on your feet. It's like the Legos with the kids, but these don't hurt. But so this is really a game changer. I would highly recommend this. When I am doing this right now, recording, it is on sale. I can't say how long it's going to be on sale, but it holds 60 of them. Just such a good deal. And I will link some different sizes down below. But then, when you're doing these, you will see each one Actually, it comes with more beads than you need, like maybe up to 20%, 30% more. So I first did a few projects and I have all these leftover beads. Now you can just discard those and move on. But if you're a little weird like me, I remember I used to make Afghans and I always kept the leftover yarn thinking, well, someday I'm going to do something with that. That's kind of how I feel about these, because I'm thinking, maybe someday I will do an original diamond art and then I'm going to have all of these beads already. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But anyway, look at this, you guys. This is 80 on each layer. So 80 here, 240 total. And then you open it up, it zips. And then there is another 80. And then down here, another 80. I was just doing a live stream this morning and talking about these. And somebody named Evans, I don't know if you'll ever see this YouTube, but Evans said they have 4 of these this size. And I'm like, wow, I'm kind of jealous. So, all right. So love the kits. They make life easy. All right, let me just go back and show you just very quickly. Just these are my next projects, ones I'm working on right now, just to give you a kind of an idea of the different types that are out there. The peacock, I just showed you the peacock. Now this will give you an idea. See how much I've got done there? I literally gave myself last night, I did this last night, 4 hours. I timed myself. I'm like, I'm going to time to see how long it takes, and it took me 4 hours. So you can see that, I mean, this is a project, it's going to take you a while, which personally, I like that. I like that I can do this multiple nights. I mean, it's easily 20 hours, I would guess. Now, I like that. I like going slow. I like the little noise, it makes it like a little noise every time you put a bead in. It's just so relaxing. I'm telling you, it's so relaxing. But they also, and the storage kits come with these. They have the little pins, like these little pins. And on the tip of them, you can literally line up like 5 beads, and you can put the wax in and pick up 5 beads at a time, and then you can do like, for big areas or whatever. Personally, that does not appeal to me at all. I mean, maybe later I'll do, advanced diamond art YouTube, and it will have, some stuff like that. I just want to just do the little beads and relax and not, put a lot of effort into it. Again, skill level 1 to 10, this takes about a 2. No kidding, guys. But look, you can see, and this is one that when I pulled it out, I'm like, I don't like the way that looks. But see, here's the problem. It shows like a lot of reds, and I'm thinking, I don't know if I like that. See, I love the way that looks though. But look, you can see, it's not going to be like that. You can already see the richness coming out. So again, like I say, it's almost, you're revealing the true, beautiful, print, and it's just so fun. So there's the peacock. All right, now here is a little wishing well. Again, these are future projects. When I get done with one, it's this bad. It's like I'm a chain smoker. I get done with one. I don't smoke, but I get done with one, and within 5 minutes, I'm starting another. I'm not even kidding. And I have almost as much fun pouring the beads into the little storage jars as I do doing the thing. There's something that just appeals to me. Okay, anyway, you guys, here is the wishing well. Isn't it cute? And again, all of these are linked below. Again, I typically do home decor. So if you love coastal decor, farmhouse decor, neutral decor, subscribe to my channel. Check out my other videos. But I'm so obsessed with this lately, I had to share. All right, look at these. Look at this is like 3 vases. Again, these will all be linked below in order. And then this one I think is going to be really pretty. And again, that's what I mean. See how it's kind of muted? You can't really tell. Now, this is the same company as this one. So, I mean, I think these two, if I was going to frame any of them, and I don't know if I ever will, I would frame these two and put them on the wall. Like if I had a craft room, I would frame all of them. I have them all over the walls, It's just, it would be fun. But again, I love this one. And then this is a new company. I have never done one by them, and You'll notice too that I'm not sure yet because I haven't done enough to know, but I found that there's one company that I did like a landscape, and I wasn't wild about the way it looked when I got done. It had a boat in it, and the boat just looked kind of like a blob when I got done. And I'm like, so honestly, I would never buy anything from that company again. The one that I've been showing you the most of is, I think it's MKJ USA. I think that's it. And this is not a collaboration. It's just, I know that everyone I have bought from them has been really good. So I safely would recommend that brand. Now this one I've never used before, but I was intrigued by the contrast of the black and the white. And I love purple and the purple colors. So I'm anxious to try out this brand. And here's another brand I have not done before. And again, I love the black. Something about the black, it really makes the colors just, bam, like this one. I mean, it's just so, so pretty. So I'm looking forward to doing that. It's like I'm a chain smoker, I swear. It's just like that. It's like get one done and then grab another one. All right. Now, those of you who love Halloween in fall, and I'm sure they've got Christmas ones out. Maybe I'll do a whole nother YouTube just with Christmas ones. No. I mean, honestly, I'm so addicted to these. They're so fun. And I think it's just a certain personality too, because like I said, Leanne and I love them. My daughter Scarlett, she's like, she doesn't like Monopoly. She doesn't want to do Monopoly. She doesn't do jigsaw puzzles. Anything that, takes too much time and effort. Now these do take time, but really, you guys, no effort. So, so easy. Look at that. Isn't that cute? All right, and that is the last one for now. You guys, give these a try. What I would highly recommend is getting one of the small, like the smaller ones, the multiple sets, and give one a try. Like if you have kids or grandkids in your life, sit down and do it with them. Make it a little fun project, and then if you fall in love with it, then, get a bigger one. All your friends are doing it. I mean, seriously, I had no clue what this is. It's like, I felt like I've been living in a cave because this is so popular and so fun. I mean, look at that cute barn. Look at that. Is that adorable or what? But give it a try. Get a little set, or just go for it and get one of the big ones. I mean, it's like $4.98. I mean, that's like almost the size of a large coffee. So give it a try, and I bet you'll love it. If not, give it to somebody else and they can finish it. But personally, give it to me. Give it to me. That's what you can do. All of you guys, get one, give it a try, and the ones of you who don't like it, just give them to me, and I'll do them. Anyways, you guys, thanks so much for joining me. This is fun. It was just fun to do something a little different and show you what has been taking up a lot of my time lately. And I will see you next time.